Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. You know what? It's the beginning of the week, and a lot of things happened this weekend. Obviously, we want to just say a big shout out to, uh, it was the NFL Super Bowl weekend. And obviously, that girl Riri was performing. So, big shout out to Rihanna for that amazing performance. We just gotta say, obviously, we don't care about the Super Bowl that much. We were just watching, waiting for Rihanna to perform. And she did great. And obviously, I just want to also just say, hold on, let me see if I can find that little Rihanna there we go. There we go. Oh, nah. This is young Rihanna, obviously. But big shout out to Riri. I really, really enjoyed her comeback. It was beautiful, and it's gonna be interesting to see where the music goes from here on. Because she's an inspiration. She's a business tycoon. She's also an artist and a mother, among many other things. But also talking about artists, also this weekend, another artist in South Africa called AKA lost his life, and if you don't know AKA, he's one of the most talented artists to ever come out of South Africa. Just go on YouTube and just check out AKA Fela and Versace, one of my favorite songs by him. And yeah, so may his soul rest in peace. So anyway, big shout out to you for tuning in. The show is the Football Power Hour. My name is Botswana Papi. Let me just take care of a few housekeeping things real quick. Today we're gonna talk about Wout Weghorst. Wout Weghorst in the 10 position. Oh, if you don't know, Wout Weghorst found a new position, unexpected position, pretty much in the game versus Leeds United. And you know what happened? Manchester United were able to secure the 3 points. So it was a big tactical masterclass from Eric Ten Hag, and just big shout out to Ten Hag for that. Oh, that was beautiful. Big up to Solo in the building. Happy Monday to you. I wish you an amazing week, my friend. I wish you lots of blessings and lots of good things this week. That's for you. Those flowers are for you. So, we're going to talk real quick about Woot in the 10 position real quick. This one is for my nerd merchants. We're going to call them the nerd merchants for a second, because, if you recognize something about that 2-0 victory that Manchester United were able to secure, is the fact that the tactical change that Ten Hag made by putting Wout Weghorst in the 10 position and putting Bruno on the right and putting Garnacho on the left and then Rashford on the 9 position was actually a tactical master stroke. Hey, big up to Nile in the building. It's the Football Power Hour. I've got the power. Leeds. We gotta send you this. Boom. Yo. Big up to you, Nile. Thank you for tuning in. Big up to Solo. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. But anyway, let's talk real quick about Wout Weghorst in the 10 position, right? Jerome says he did it. Jerome is saying Ten Hag did it. Ten Hag did it. And that was so beautiful, because I want to just show you something real quick, Jerome and everybody in the building. We're going to quickly look at a clip. Big shout out to Charlie, ThreadmanChaza on Twitter. You can check him out for the clips and the images. But Weghorst and Bruno actually do a little 1-2 pass situation that actually is a little warning sign, that is a precursor of what's to come. If you want to know what I'm talking about, let me just share with you real quick the screen so you can see at the beauty that Ten Hag was able to just quickly just craft out. This was just a master stroke by Ten Hag. Look at this. This is it doesn't work out, but because Ailing blocks the pass, but it's a 1-2 between Wout Weghorst and Bruno, and to find who? To find Ganacho. And this is just a little warning because just lo and behold, this move was just like, hey, 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 I'm just warning you right now because in a few minutes it's about to happen again. And it was really, really impressive. If you really like the small details in football, you'll actually realize that Weghorst has a very good technical ability. He's got very good hold up play. Of course, in the previous game versus Leeds, he wasn't able to make the ball stick as well as in this game. But I think part of it was the fact that there was not enough support, and he had a little bit of that tactical clarity with the manager to actually figure out how to not be just a 9 that drops to actually be in a 10 position. So you have to look at how he was able to also maneuver in tight spaces. Look at this moment. Look at this moment. Let me show you what I'm talking about. He's got this tall profile, robust build, right? And he's able to win us a free kick. Look at this moment. Let me show you what I'm talking about. He's able to actually secure us a free kick right here. Weghorst is impressive in that position, says Jerome. Jerome, let me support your comment with this clip right here. Look at this. He gets a ball and he's double teamed, triple teamed pretty much, and is able to win us a free kick. Somebody, who's this? This is, I think it's Martinez who passed him a ball in a very tight space. And Weghorst says, you know what? Martinez, no problem. I will get us a free kick. This is Wout in the 10. Big up to Jeffrey. Jeffrey says he did well in that position, and indeed, that's my preference for him. Ooh, Jeffrey asking a very, very, very tough thing where will Ten Hag actually repeat this? I mean, it worked. He should. Technically, he should. But I feel like it might be one of those in-game tactical. We're starting to see the fact that he likes players that are also multi-positional. I mean, he's talked about center backs, wanting center backs that actually take up midfield positions, 6 positions, and actually are able to penetrate in midfield and break the lines and find an incisive pass. And now you're actually seeing him also being like, if you are an attacker, you're not just an attacker. You have to attack the Ten Hag way, and that also means being multi-positional. Eric is Ten Heisenberg. He is cooking something. And the thing that when we bring it back to Weghorst, it's obviously the fact that his physical frame is the main thing that allows him. He doesn't necessarily have. He's not super quick, but he's fast enough to be able to win a free kick and not be bullied. If you had Sancho, for example, in that position where he was just sort of triple teamed, you saw that triple team moment where matter of fact, let's look at one last example. Right here. One last example of Wout in the 10 and how well he does it. Look at this is actually leading to our first goal sequence. He gets a driven pass and he's pretty much double teamed and he's able to find Fred and keep the ball ticking. Look at that. Wout Weghorst. The man deserves some flowers. You know what? Yesterday we gave him some grades and we're going to have to look at them grades again. We're going to have to look at those grades again. Look at how Wout Weghorst does this is amazing. This boy is going to do so well for us, and I'm excited because this is another tactical masterstroke, as I said, by Ten Hag. The last thing that I want to just highlight, about Wout Weghorst's amazing positioning and amazing movement is the fact that first goal, I think Ten Hag also talked about it in the press conference, saying, you can see right now this is Koch, and I think Wober. 3 is Wober, and 2 is Weghorst, and 4 is Marcus Rashford. So you can see that like Koch is pretty much has to cover this position when Luke Shaw is the person who has the ball at this very moment. That's why everybody's looking this way. But you can see that Koch has to cover this lane because Garnacho might receive the pass here, right? So he has to make sure that he has his eyes on Garnacho and the ball. And now Wober, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He has to now look at Wout Weghorst because Wout Weghorst dots into this position right here, and he runs into the near post position that allows Marcus Rashford to have the space. Look at how beautiful this ends up. This sequence ends up pretty much in a position in Marcus Rashford receiving an aerial ball that is not contested because of Wout Weghorst's positioning. Now this guy is going to mark Weghorst. The small details, and now when we actually look at the fact that let me show you guys how much. Let me see if I can find that grade real quick, because we had a grading session for this guy yesterday. We said that it was a serious debate. Me and my grading committee, they accused me of being very lenient. and we're gonna look at this, and if Wout Weghorst was like, hey man, look, last game I got to see. Let's open up the grades real quick. Let's open up the grades. Look at that. Last game we gave him, let me see if I can make this bigger. Boom. Okay. This is in the home game, and this is the away game. Last game, Wout Weghorst was not your fault. We didn't feed you. Poor link-up play, average C. And now the remarks from this away game is key pass to find Garnacho. He pretty much got a technical assist or an assisted, by getting the key pass, right? The pass that found. No, he actually gave the ball to Garnacho, and Garnacho was able to find the near post and beat Muslier, whatever the Leeds goalkeeper's name is. But he needs more service. I mean, it goes without saying that he has not received an aerial cross, really. And that ball was fortunately directed to Rashford. But he made the movements to make that happen. And we still gave him a C+. C+. So he found, if we sum up his performance, right, he found Garnacho, pretty much that's an assist, that's the pass before the goal. He found Garnacho, 1, right? Wout Weghorst found Garnacho, 1. The second thing is Wout Weghorst pretty much was able to give Fred the ball, who was able to find, I think, Sabitzer, and then Sabitzer was able to find Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw was able to find Rashford, and Wout was the person that made that run into the first place. So it's like his contribution goes really, really underrated. And I notice this is for the people that really like the minute details that are going to appreciate this. That's why we have to spend this whole stream on Wout in the 10, because we need him. All right. To play that position again, if ever, obviously Christian Eriksen got to come back, and then we know that like the team balance would obviously be better, and Ten Hag wouldn't have to improvise as much. But we have to give the boy some flowers, and we have to just say thank you. 3 points in the bag now. And I want to segue on to what your next question, Jerome, is. When are we getting new owners? Let's go on to the Qatari news update now. Really, the latest right now is that the bids. This is the week. There's a unspoken deadline that at the end of February, that's when we will know all the people that have bid in terms of wanting to be new owners at Manchester United. But the main thing is there is significant and concrete interest from the Qatari group, and that is at the moment, there is talk that that group is part of the owners of PSG, but that is actually not true, because when I did a little bit of looking into it, and I realized that oh yeah, there is something called QSI, which is the Qatar Sports Investment, and then there is QIA, which is the Qatar Investment Authority, and those are two different entities, even though they're still connected, but they are pretty much sort of like if you had a parent company and then subsidiary companies that are pretty much independent of each other. So if you want to know a little bit more about it, is like the Qatar Investment Authority is a sovereign wealth fund for the state of Qatar, and they partner with leading institutions around the world to seek out global growth opportunities that will create value for the state and future generations. And then the question is, who owns the QIA? And as with most sovereign funds, the QIA is wholly owned and subject to supervision by the government of the state of Qatar. That means that the ultimate owner of the QIA is the Emir of Qatar, and that is Tamim Al Thani, right? So, and that is the QIA. Now, the QSI is the one that is Qatar Sports Investment Group, and the leader or the chairman is Nasser Khelaifi, and that is the one that is associated with PSG. So there was a little bit of that confusion, a little bit of how you can have clubs that are in the that are owned by the same person compete in the same organization that are compete in the same competition. Pretty much that would mean Europa League and or Champions League. So at this moment, it seems like they're working out those details to sort of have something that's very similar to the Red Bull model, where there's the RB Leipzig and then RB Salzburg, which are pretty much two different clubs that are connected but still, have a separate ownership. If that makes sense, it's sort of that's sort of what I feel like they're trying to sort of reach, that sort of understanding where the two clubs, the ownership of them did not interfere with each other. And now the other interesting tidbit is that Elon Musk is also reportedly looking very, very, very closely at things, and he is actually set to make a 4.5 billion pound bid. So now these things are still like reports that are not really, they haven't been really like cemented by tier one sources, but they are actually gaining some steam, and they start actually from somebody that leaked something to somebody, and then from there we end up knowing, this is what happened. So the truth of the matter is, obviously there's some bids that have been put in, probably that have like some non-disclosure agreements, and until it has to be made public. So we will know. This is the week where Manchester United might just have Apple chargers on the seats. This is the week. Well, we know if we have to ditch our Androids and all get the apps, because Manchester United is soon going to be Apple FC. You know how they call PSG? No, how they call Barcelona Spotify FC? Manchester United is about to be Apple FC, and I don't know how you feel about it. The question is, there'll be more owners, more talk of owners coming in, and there'll be also the moral scrutiny that goes in, because let's be real, there's not a lot of billionaires out there that are squeaky clean. So I don't know. I'm really curious what you think. I want to just look at the comments from Barcelonista. It says, "Dear United fans, how did it feel being second in the position for 30 minutes?" How do you keep saying this message all the time, Barcelonista? It felt good. It felt good to be second for 30 minutes. Okay? Next time it's going to be longer than 30 minutes. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, man, you're too funny, my friend. I hope that you have a good week. And Kush says he ain't buying Man United. Who are you talking about? Elon Musk? Man, I hope Elon Musk put out a tweet saying he was a fan of the club. That's a start, you know. And also, safe journey, Ghana. I see your message is very long. Let's see what it says. Several lives are lost while others are injured. Yo, we talked about something like this at the beginning of the stream. Several safe journey, Ghana. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. And yeah, um, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And Kush, please don't kill my hopes. I hope Elon Musk buys Man United. We need an owner with unlimited funds. We need an owner with a plan, with an owner who definitely does not want stagnation. You know, an owner who puts the right people in place. He doesn't necessarily have to, you know, be out there trying to influence, pick this person, pick that person. You know, that's where I'm at with it. You know, but obviously all this will continue to evolve as we find out who's going to be putting in a bid. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you everybody that hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Messi is the goal, says Barcelonista. Oh my goodness, Barcelonista. Messi is a goat. That's how I'm gonna say. He says you're clutching at straws. He probably like burgers. Don't mean he buying McDonald's McDonald's crew. Yo, Kush, what's the process?
What's the process?